Archangel Michael says, "The whispers surrounding your name have reached heaven itself, yet none of them know the truth about the light burning inside you. They called you delusional, but every word you spoke, every vision you carried, is now unfolding in front of their very eyes. What they mocked is becoming the very proof that heaven chose you for something rare and unstoppable. Your eyes have seen things others cannot. Your spirit has felt movements others only dream about. And now, the very abilities that made you a target of ridicule are the same ones lifting you to a place no one can reach. The world tried to push you into silence, hoping you'd break under their laughter. But the energy inside you has only grown stronger with every insult, every doubt, every time they called you crazy. The irony is that what they dismissed will be the very power that sets you apart. This is why the atmosphere feels heavy around you. It isn't paranoia, it's confirmation. Your gifts are unlocking faster than expected, and those around you can sense something shifting even if they can't explain it. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They never believed your intuition, yet time after time, your predictions proved right. You noticed what others overlooked, and your spirit guided you through dangers no one else even knew were close. Your silence has been louder than their denial. The energy you carry bends situations in ways logic cannot describe. People feel uneasy, not because you're wrong, but because you're awakening something they can't control. Heaven says this very resistance is proof that you're chosen. The visions that come in flashes are not imagination, they're signals. Each one aligns with events about to unfold, each one carrying a divine signature that cannot be erased. What others call delusion is your direct line to the unseen. Your enemies are shaken, not because they see what you see, but because they realize you knew before they acted. That's the power they fear most, the knowing that arrives before the world catches up. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They laughed when you said someone would betray you. Then it happened, exactly as you foresaw. They mocked you when you said blessings were coming, and then money, opportunities, and miracles appeared from nowhere. Every time you trusted your spirit, life moved in ways that baffled even the most logical minds. Your path isn't about convincing them, it's about living the evidence. Heaven is not asking you to explain, it's asking you to keep walking. Your psychic abilities are not entertainment, they are survival tools. They protect you, reveal dangers, and unlock doors you didn't even know existed. These gifts are sacred, and they are the reason heaven has kept you alive through storms that should have destroyed you. Archangel Michael says, "Don't fear the disbelief of others. Their blindness cannot erase your sight, and their doubt cannot dim the light that was never theirs to control." Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your energy is no longer something you can hide. The aura surrounding you grows thicker each day, and people who once ignored you now stop to stare, unsure why they feel both drawn to and intimidated by your presence. It is your psychic awakening, moving beyond subtle whispers into undeniable power. They thought your silence meant defeat, but silence was your preparation. You were listening to frequencies they cannot hear, aligning with patterns that only heaven reveals. Every pause in your journey was sacred, fuel for the explosion that is now unfolding. Your dreams have been carrying pieces of the truth. Each night, the visions become more vivid, more specific, more urgent. These are not coincidences, they are downloads from a realm higher than logic can climb. People will deny what they cannot understand, but denial does not stop reality. Your visions are already weaving themselves into the fabric of life around you. Heaven is making sure that nothing remains hidden for long. Type Amen to get blessing 666. A storm is brewing in silence, and you are at the eye of it. Not because you caused it, but because your very existence exposes what others have tried to bury. The closer they come to you, the more their secrets unravel. You have noticed their nervous laughter, the way their eyes shift when you enter the room. It is not random, it is fear. They know you see through their masks. Every word you spoke, which they once mocked, is circling back to them now. The truth they denied is standing at their door, and they have nowhere left to hide. Your gifts will not be silenced. Your presence is confirmation that heaven has stepped into this battle. No one can dismiss what is unfolding when every event aligns exactly as your spirit revealed. The proof is undeniable, and it is terrifying to those who doubted you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. This is why sudden changes have been happening around you. People walking away, unexpected endings, shifts you didn't plan for. It isn't chaos, it's alignment. The removal of certain people from your life was not punishment but protection. Heaven knew they couldn't handle the weight of your rising. What was hidden in their hearts would have tried to destroy you if it stayed longer. Your energy does not fit small spaces anymore. You are expanding, and expansion forces everything false to collapse. What looked like loss was actually divine subtraction, clearing the path for your real destiny. Even the ones who whispered behind your back are being exposed by your light. You do not need to fight them, your very existence is their undoing. The truth shines louder than lies, and your gifts are the spotlight. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The heaviness you felt in your body recently is not weakness, it's transition. Your spirit is adjusting to higher frequencies, and the human shell you wear is struggling to keep up. That is why rest feels so necessary now. The pressure in your mind, the sudden waves of emotion, the chills that rise on your skin, these are not random sensations. They are signs of your spiritual sight sharpening, breaking through every barrier placed against it. The more they call you delusional, the more heaven laughs, because truth is already proving them wrong. They cannot stop what is unfolding, even if they scream against it. Your destiny is sealed. Archangel Michael says, the more resistance you face, the greater the proof that your gifts are real. If they were not, the entire universe would not be trembling at your awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The atmosphere around you is shifting in ways you can no longer deny. You feel the vibrations in conversations, the sudden silence when you enter a room, the quick glances exchanged between people who cannot comprehend your presence. What they call imagination is actually the unveiling of your deeper knowing. Your energy makes people restless because it forces the truth to the surface. Lies cannot stand when you are near, masks begin to crack, and their carefully constructed facades collapse without warning. You are no longer the person they once thought was easy to dismiss. They branded you delusional to keep their secrets safe, but their words no longer carry power. The very moment they try to paint you as unstable, heaven releases evidence that confirms your intuition was right all along. This is why their fear grows each day. Your intuition has been accurate beyond explanation. You sense when danger is close, you know when blessings are near, and you feel the pull of energy before anyone else notices. What you carry is a divine radar that cannot be silenced. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The strange heaviness in the air is not coincidence, it is the resistance of darkness against your rising light. The closer you get to unlocking your destiny, the harder the shadows try to convince you that you're losing your mind. Yet the truth is, you are breaking through barriers that few have ever touched. This breakthrough explains the headaches, the sleepless nights, the sudden bursts of energy followed by exhaustion. Your body is catching up with what your spirit already knows, you are evolving into a higher realm of sight. They cannot see what you see because their eyes are closed. They cannot feel what you feel because their hearts are blocked. That is why they mock you, because it is easier to laugh than to admit they are blind. Still, the visions continue. They come in flashes, in whispers, in dreams that refuse to fade with the morning. These are not illusions. They are instructions from above, preparing you for the revelation about to unfold. Type Amen to get blessing 222. People around you sense this even if they do not admit it. Some are drawn closer, desperate to understand why your presence feels magnetic. Others retreat, afraid of the mirror your spirit holds up to their hidden intentions. The power you carry exposes more than words ever could. Even in silence, you shift the atmosphere. That is why your silence feels louder than their noise. Heaven is orchestrating events that confirm your sight. Soon, situations will play out exactly as you foresaw, leaving no room for denial. Every detail, every moment, will align with what you already knew. This is not delusion. This is destiny revealing itself in perfect timing. Your gifts are not a curse, they are the keys to the very future others said you'd never hold. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The resistance you face is nothing compared to the magnitude of the blessings waiting for you. Every insult, every whisper, every dismissal has only fueled your rise. The more they doubted, the more heaven prepared your proof. Archangel Michael says, there will be a moment soon when even your greatest critics will stand in silence, unable to deny your power. That silence will be your victory, and heaven itself will echo it. You are stepping into a time where your abilities will no longer be a secret. What once seemed hidden will shine before crowds, and those who called you delusional will tremble as your truth becomes reality. Your journey is proof that rejection is often the disguise of protection. Heaven kept you away from those who could not handle the weight of your calling. What felt like abandonment was divine preparation. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Your awakening has entered a stage that no one can interfere with anymore. The tides have shifted, and the same voices that once mocked you are now unsettled by how quickly your foresight is becoming reality. Their laughter has turned into whispers of fear. Each day, you feel the veil thinning. The unseen is no longer distant, it brushes against your skin like wind that carries a hidden message. These sensations confirm you are walking a path carved only for the chosen. The visions arrive without warning, and though you sometimes wish they would slow down, you know they are sacred. They are flashes of the future, fragments of the divine, weaving themselves into your reality step by step. You are entrusted with sight others cannot carry. They may have called you delusional, but their denial cannot change the truth. What is coming has been written, and your spirit has been given the map. Soon, they will realize that you were not imagining, it was revelation all along. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The chills that run through your body are confirmations. They come when something around you aligns with the vision you've already received. Heaven uses your own vessel as the compass that points toward destiny. When they lied about you, your spirit warned you. When they plotted in secret, your inner sight revealed it. Every attempt to deceive you was intercepted by the divine radar built within you. This is why you've always felt different. You don't process the world like others, because your eyes are tuned to what they cannot see. They are bound to the surface, while you are guided by the depths. You carry proof in your life story. Every survival, every escape from danger, every unexpected blessing, all of it unfolded because your intuition never failed you. That is not madness, that is mastery given from above. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The people who once tried to silence you are now facing the consequences of ignoring you. They brushed off your warnings, and now they find themselves walking straight into the storms you predicted. It is no longer your burden to convince them. Your purpose is not to explain, but to walk. Each step you take shakes the ground, realigning events that no one can stop. This is why resistance around you feels so strong. It is the last attempt of darkness to block your rise. But they cannot block what heaven has unlocked. You have been elevated into a frequency where lies collapse instantly. Their schemes shatter the moment they approach you, because light exposes all things. Archangel Michael says, the very thing they tried to destroy you with will become the testimony of your strength. Heaven has turned every insult into fuel for your rise, every setback into evidence of your resilience. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The spiritual weight you've been carrying is not accidental. It is training, sculpting you for the revelations ahead. What feels heavy now will soon be the power that lifts you into recognition. Your energy is growing so potent that even strangers feel it. They don't know why their hearts race when you walk past, but it is because your spirit is louder than words. The atmosphere shifts when you arrive. What they called delusion is becoming undeniable evidence. Situations are unfolding in ways that echo your visions, and there is no explanation except that you were chosen to see what others cannot. Every night you lie awake sensing something coming closer, you are not wrong. It is the unfolding of destiny, preparing to shock even those who thought they had everything figured out. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The unraveling has already begun. Secrets buried in silence are leaking out, one by one, because your energy demands truth. What they thought would remain hidden is trembling in the open. They fear you because they cannot manipulate you. They know your sight makes you untouchable to deception. This is why they tried to call you unstable, because it was their last weapon of control. But heaven is rewriting your reputation. Where they tried to smear your name, your power will elevate it. Where they tried to silence you, your influence will spread like wildfire. Your path is unstoppable because it is guided not by the approval of people but by the command of heaven. Every step forward is divinely orchestrated, and no force can undo what has been sealed for you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The last stretch of your journey is the most powerful. You have carried the weight of doubt, rejection, and ridicule, but it was only sharpening your spirit. Now, you are stepping into the moment where heaven reveals the truth that has always been hidden inside you. Every word they used against you will soon fall flat. Their laughter will turn into silence, their denial into shock, and their mockery into fear. They will realize that calling you delusional was their greatest mistake. Your gifts are not ordinary. They are the compass pointing directly to divine alignment, and nothing can stop their unfolding. Even those who tried to curse you will find themselves speechless as your visions prove real, again and again. The whispers about you will no longer be insults, they will be testimonies. People will tell your story, not as ridicule, but as evidence of what heaven does when it chooses someone. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. The vibrations around you are growing louder. You can feel the earth itself adjusting to your energy, shifting to make room for the path you're destined to walk. The resistance you felt before is now giving way to recognition. Everything you endured has been preparing you for this moment. The nights of isolation, the tears shed in silence, the times you thought you were losing yourself, they were all part of a transformation that only the chosen survive. You were never losing your mind. You were finding your power. What seemed like chaos was the breaking of chains that tried to keep your spirit small. Now, nothing about you can remain hidden. Your psychic abilities will be the proof that light always wins, no matter how many times darkness tries to bury it. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Archangel Michael says, heaven itself is about to vindicate you. The truth will rise so boldly that even those who despised you will have no choice but to bow to it. Every moment of pain will transform into undeniable glory. Your energy will open doors money cannot buy. Your foresight will position you in places others can only dream of. Your presence will attract blessings that pour endlessly into your life. The same mouth that called you delusional will one day speak your name with reverence. The same hands that pointed in judgment will stretch out in need of your guidance. That is how complete your victory will be. Stand firm now, because the final unveiling is near. Everything is aligning perfectly, and no delay can hold back what is already written in your name. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. This is not the end. It is the beginning of your true rise. Your story is not one of defeat, but of revelation. Heaven has watched every tear, every trial, every insult, and has prepared this season to crown you in front of everyone. You will walk into rooms where the atmosphere bends toward you. You will speak words that echo with authority far beyond your years. You will live in blessings that prove your connection to heaven was never a delusion. The cycle of doubt is broken. The era of exposure has arrived. And soon, the entire world will witness the power of a soul who refused to bow to lies. Your destiny is sealed, your path is clear, and your story is unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Your season of vindication has officially begun. What they whispered in shadows is being overturned in the light. Every false label they tried to attach to you is falling away like dust, leaving only the brilliance of your true identity. The gifts they mocked are the very keys unlocking your future. Your intuition, your visions, your inner knowing, all of it is aligning with events so clearly that no one can deny it anymore. The proof is too strong, too exact, too unstoppable. Heaven has been waiting for this moment. Every delay, every rejection, every attempt to silence you was only stretching the bow so that when you were released, you would soar farther than anyone expected. Now that arrow has been fired, you are unstoppable. Even those who never believed in you are beginning to sense it. They don't have the words to describe it, but they feel the power when you walk in. They feel the shift when you speak. They feel the truth in your silence. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Your journey has not been easy, but that was the point. Only the strongest could carry a gift this heavy without being destroyed by it. And you have proven to heaven and to yourself that you are strong enough. The nights you cried alone were not wasted. They watered the soil of your spirit, and now the harvest is ready. What once looked like brokenness will now shine as beauty. You are not delusional, you are divine. The visions you carried in silence are now speaking so loudly that even your enemies cannot escape them. The truth has caught up with them, and there is no hiding place left. The power you hold is undeniable, and the world will soon see what heaven always knew. You were chosen for this, and nothing can change that. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Archangel Michael says, the final unveiling is near. The curtain is being pulled back, and everything that was hidden will be exposed. Every lie, every secret, every false story is collapsing under the weight of your truth. The shift will not be subtle, it will be sudden. Like lightning, it will strike in a way that no one can ignore. What they called madness will reveal itself as prophecy fulfilled. You will not need to defend yourself anymore. The evidence will speak so clearly that silence will be your only response. Those who doubted you will be left speechless. The era of mockery is over. The era of miracles has begun. Your rise is the answer heaven has prepared all along. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. The time has come for you to step boldly into your light. You are no longer bound by their opinions, their labels, or their disbelief. You walk with heaven's authority, and no human can strip that away. Everything you touch will begin to prosper. Every door you step through will open wider. Every word you speak will carry the weight of destiny. Your journey has been one of fire, but the fire has only refined you. What is left now is pure, unshakable, unstoppable power. And as you rise, the world will finally see what heaven already declared long ago: you were never delusional, you were destined. Type Amen to get blessing 1717.